till the lights go down, 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 till the lights go down, down, down. I've been feeling alright, I've been taking one.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Krypto Vibes here, also known as Krypto. I'm bringing you guys another video, and today, guys, we got something a little different. This is actually week 1 of the EBT, and we're going up against Blitzberg and his Toronto Tyranitars, I believe. So yeah, we're about to hop into a live comm game, so this is definitely new for me. So I'm just going to hop into the team real quick. I'll actually show, yeah, this is the matchup we have. He's got the Landers, Incarnate, Tangrowth, Snorlax, Vaporeon, Bronzong, Cradily, Victini, Florges, Tyrantrum, Pangoro, and Mega Manectric, with his users being Landers, Incarnate, Victini, and then the Tyrantrum. So definitely some scary things for sure. What to notice on his team though is his fastest mon is Mega Manectric being 135 base speed. Next fastest mon is the Landers Eye being 101 speed, and then the Victini at 100. But then he drops to the 71 on Tyrantrum, so a bit of a speed gap right there, and I am going to try to exploit that, as well as the Mega Manectric to the Landers Eye, which is 101 to 135, so that's pretty nice as well. So I'm going to try and exploit that. He's got a very slow team, so some of my not my fast ones, but some of my potential breakers on my team can potentially go in. So I'm just going to go over the team real quick. As first one we have here is our Colberry Uxie with Stealth Rock, Dazzling Gleam, Knockoff, and Pin Power Ice. Stealth Rock there generally just to get him up against his team. Hazards are nice to chip down his fat stuff to put in range of some of my breakers. Dazzling Gleam is there for the Pangoro. We have a Colberry lure set, which is kind of nice. Knockoff just to get rid of items and whatnot for Bronzong and whatnot. Hidden Powers for the Lando Eye gives me about 50% off, which is pretty huge for when my mons coming up. I need to be able to get the damage off. 44 speed EVs to outspeed a Adamant Pangoro, if that's what it decides to go with. Next one we have here is our Zardex with Flare Blitz, Dragon Claw, Swords Dance, and Roost. Very SPDF set. This deals with basically special and physical Victini unless he's Z-move. If he's like a workup set, that's a bit of a problem, so I gotta be careful about that. And try to revenge that necessarily if Zard does go down. Next mon, this is hopefully the mon I can showcase this week, which is Gunk Shot, Swords Dance, Sucker Punch, Cross Jump, Fighting MZ, Toxicroak, with enough speed to outspeed his Tyrantrum. So basically the only things outspeeding me is Lando Eye, Victini, and Mega Manectric. If I get Swords Dance up, I can go in, and then Sucker Punch is there to outspeed the faster stuff if I can chip it down with all my hazards and like other mons and whatnot. Speaking of hazards, we have our Klefki next with Leftover Spikes, Magnet Rise, Toxic, and Flash Cannon. Toxic's there just to wear down the generality of his team that really doesn't really care about taking a Flash Cannon, and then Flash Cannon hits things like Florges, hits Tyrantrum for about 70, so it can't set up for me on free. And then Magnet Rise is very clutch for the Lando Eye and Tyrantrum, so Tyrantrum can't really do too much to me outside of Fire Fang with the set I am, so that's nice to keep in mind. And if Tyrantrum does come, I kind of expect Scarf. We'll see though. We have Spec Starmie, which I debated on with a while, but Jay, my friend Jay, actually helped me pull out the set. It's a pretty nice breaker against his team. With Hydro, Thunderbolt, Side Shock, and Ice Beam, I'll go ahead and try to hurry up for him. And then basically the speed outspeeds a Scarf Pangoro. And then Scarf Zoroark is last with Dark Bolt, Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power Ice, and Focus Blast. Hits the generality of his team, and I like it there for the, it lets me outspeed his entire team, basically. But we're going to go ahead and hop into it. He invited me. Sorry about that little bit of a wait there, Blitz. But we see the team. And we'll go ahead and hit him with the Have Fun real quick. And let me make sure my dimensions are okay on the game. Yep, we're good. So yeah. Let me go ahead and link this actually real quick. Sorry if you hear that in the background. We have some rain going on, but I'm going to go ahead and link this in the chat real quick, as Blitz beat me to it. So yeah, this team, he didn't bring the Victini. Jesus, yeah, you guys can definitely hear that thunder outside. But he doesn't bring the Victini, which is also very nice with the Zard. I'm going to go ahead and get back here. He brings the Tyrantrum, Lando Eye, Snorlax, Manectric, Florges, and Cradily. Okay, so Toxicroak's still really good here. Mega Manectric does come, which is no surprise. Zardex's main job is going to be to check that, apparently. Jeez, I hope this rain doesn't sound too bad for the video, but let it go. A little scared about the Mega Manectric lead. I kind of want to disguise my Zoroark immediately, but he doesn't bring the Bronzong, which is kind of nice. Starmie can actually just put in a ton of work right here. If I weaken down the Cradily, Hydro Pump just hits everything really hard, as well as it just puts in some good work. But anyways, I kind of like getting my rocks up here. If he leaves Manectric, I could disguise my Zoroark with that and get some clean damage off. Getting a Dark Bolt stuff on that is huge, actually. So I'm going to lead with my... Yeah, I'm going to lead with my Zoroark, and I'm going to disguise it as my Uxie. That's the plan here. Because if he leads with Lando, I like getting the HP Ice off potentially, which is huge. Yep, he does lead with that, and I am HP Icing. I don't care if he scouts for it or not. I am just going right for the HP Ice. I do not care. If he wants to U-turn out or something, or if he wants to just scout immediately and go into the Florges, very nice play. But we get him with the HP Ice. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm really hyped. But we get him with the HP Ice. That is huge because this is huge because Toxicroak can actually just go in now. First life, or well, second lifetime, I guess. But Really tempted to just go right into Toxicroak, but Manectric is still too healthy, and I don't know if that's Scarf Tyrantrum, so this thing's in. I'm kind of just expecting rocks to go up, but we will see. I'm going to look through its moveset a little bit more just to be careful right here, because he could be carrying rock coverage for the Zard. I definitely expect that. So maybe I just go right into Uxie to get my rocks up, or I could go into Klefki, which I don't think is a bad play, because the rest of his team actually gets him affected by spikes, which is pretty nice, and I can put this thing on a timer with Toxic. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into Klefki right here and just do so as he gets his rocks up, which is definitely a fair play. I forgot about that with my Zard. Maybe I should have went hard Zard right there, but he could be a rock move at the same time, so yeah, Zard's a little bit less useful now, but I mean, it can still check the Manectric if I can get the Mega off before it attacks, so a little unfortunate, but I think I just start clicking spikes right here. Even if he Earthquakes, it shouldn't be doing too much, so I'm going to spike first, as he's going to go right into Snorlax, so this is a little scary, because this is definitely a mon that can potentially set up on me. If he's Resto Chesto, that's a bit scary, but at the same time, I don't know right here if I should Toxic or if I should go hard into something like, I feel like I should just Toxic immediately, which is what I'm going to do. Just because I want to figure out what kind of set he is. He Earthquakes immediately, and I am just going to Magnet Rise this turn, as we'll figure out what his set is. I could have Magnet Rise there, but I figured he might try to Curse or something immediately. So I kind of like this, and if he wants to Earthquake again, like, he can definitely do that because Zard coming in. I mean, I could go Uxie, so we'll see what he does. I don't think he'll Earthquake, actually. He does just Earthquake again, so that's working. That's fine for me. This is definitely interesting. My Uxie's a lot more expandable now because of the Lando being down, which is nice, so it can take hits from the Tyrantrum, which is nice. I could set up another Spike. I am a little scared to see what his set is, so I'm just going to Spike again because he goes right into Manectric, so this is good. He takes a Spike, and weakening this thing down for his Toxicroak is huge. Unfortunately, my Zard does not have its Mega up yet, so he can just Volt Switch out right here. He could potentially just Thunderbolt too. Thunderbolt would kill me, right? My Klefki fit. I might just throw up a Toxic right here, to be honest, against the Manectric. I don't know. We'll see. If he's all attacking, then Volt Switch does not kill me, whereas Thunderbolt has a roll to kill me. I'm really tempted to just Toxic right here, which I think is what I'm going to do because I want to chip this thing down for the Toxicroak. So hopefully we can get that off. So we're going to throw it off with Do Connect, luckily, which is very nice. He's going to Flamethrower and just knock me out, which is fine. I think I Mega and go Zard right here, because Zard can definitely live a hit, which is the thing. Let's see this real quick. Zardex, because it would be my best time to basically Mega at this point, unless he's got some super cool tech, but I definitely think Mega and go Zard right here, and then maybe, I don't know what he would switch into is the thing. I could just Mega and Roost, and then maybe SD. I'm sorry, Lemon. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's my best play. Let's just go Zard right here, and then I gotta figure out what I gotta do next. Obviously, that rock sucks, but Mega Evolving right here should allow me to take any hit. Sorry, Master. But yeah, I can just Mega Evolve. Thank goodness I clicked Mega Evolve, and I think Roost is my play. Like, he should just Volt Switch, is what I'm thinking. This is definitely scary because Tyrantrum can come in on my predicted Roost if he is Choice Scarfed, which I'm thinking he could be. So I'm tempted to just click attack right here, but he could just go Floor just at the same time. If he Scarfed Tyrantrum, that's pretty bad. I lost my Klefki, actually. I'm just going to Roost right here. Should be able to live any hit. As we actually outspeed, he's going to go for the Roar. Okay, so that's fine. He sends me out to Uxie, which isn't the best thing in the world, I'll admit. I mean, it's not bad because I can get my rocks up. And we'll see if he Volt Switches, I guess. How much is my Uxie taking from a Thunderbolt, though? So he's just expecting me to try to set up, which isn't a bad play, I guess. But he actually doesn't do too much to my Uxie with this, so I can actually just get rocks up right here, which I think is what I'm going to go for. And he's going to go for the Toxic. Nice play on his part. We're able to get rocks up, though, and he's getting very chipped by this. And this is huge because if I can get my Toxicroak in on something like the Florges, Cradily, or maybe even Snorlax, depending... Actually, I should have calculated that Earthquake damage on Klefki. How much did that do? 60. That did quite a bit, considering my Klefki's max defense. So I gotta figure out what kind of Snorlax set this is. Snorlax, Earthquake. Okay, so is he banded? Jeez Louise. That might just be banded, I don't know. It's like his max attack and just like not banded. I think he has to be banded, honestly. He's just like not max attack or something. So that's kind of scary. That means my Toxicroak might not be able to set up on that, but honestly Toxicroak might not have to set up this game. It might not have to. I have Scarf Zork in the back, which is huge still. I'm debating on weakening this thing. But if he's Scarfed... Let's see if he's Scarfed Tyrantrum. I might just keep this around. Just because... Oh, not Yuxi. Manectric. Not Manectric, what am I doing? Tyrantrum. If he's Scarfed Tyrantrum, he does 40 to 48, which I'm definitely out of range of, obviously. And I kind of expected to be Scarfed at this point. But I do expect him to Volt Switch, so I don't really like my switch-ins here. I could go back into Zard, which isn't a bad play. If he just Volt Switches right here, which I'm thinking is his last move, he can go into the Tyrantrum, which I'm expecting to be Scarfed at that point, which would force me to go into... I couldn't so hard switch into Yuxi, unfortunately. I think I go Zard, though. If I go Zard, I can roost up on some of his stuff. Tyrantrum's a bit annoying if it's... I know that's Scarf Tyrantrum now. I really do think it's Scarf Tyrantrum. And at that point, I would have to sack Zard off. Zork's really good this game, too. Scarf Zork's really good. So this is an interesting turn. Sorry I'm taking a bit, but I'm just trying to play it safe. Yuxi's Toxic does 12 or 12 right here. If he's Volt Switch, that's a little annoying. I could just Gleam right here. I don't know if damage on this thing's necessary. I kind of want to go Zard here. I want to go Zard. Hopefully this doesn't bite me in the butt. I think he's going to Volt Switch. He does just Volt Switch, and I'm expecting Tyrantrum to come in as his choice Scarfer. And even if it's not Scarfed, he could just bring... Yeah, it's probably Scarfed. But at the same time, I don't really think I can afford for him to Dragon Dance, because if he Dragon Dances, that forces me to try to revenge with my Zoroark, which is pretty bad. He would definitely not Earthquake right here. He would definitely Head Smash or Rock Move or whatever. But I definitely can't afford him to set up, so I need to Dragon Claw right here, as he's going to go right for the Dragon Claw himself, knock me out, which is fine. He's Scarfed, so we figure that out, which is cool. Does that always kill right there from that? Tyrantrum Scarfed, Dragon Claw. I mean, yeah, the 61 to 73, and I was at 57. Okay, so how much is that doing to my... Does that do enough to my Toxicroak? Probably. Dragon Claw does 57 to 67 my Toxicroak, actually. Can I just set up with Toxicroak? How much does Sucker Punch do to this thing when it comes back in? A +2. 40 to 48. Not enough. I don't know if I want to take the Rock Set yet, but we know he's Scarfed and a Dragon Claw, so do I go Yuxi here? I have to force him to take 2 more rounds of Rocks. 2 more rounds of Hazards, I mean. Could go into my Zoroark, and by that point I think I have to lock myself in a Focus Blast, and he could easily go Florges. So I'm very tempted to go into my Toxicroak right here. He could just go Manectric, honestly. Manectric dies to +1 Sucker Punch. Right? Yeah, 46 to 55. After Hazards, it definitely does, which is huge. Yeah, this thing would live, but then I'd have to sack again. Force him to go for... Alright, you know what? Do I go Toxicroak here? I think I have to pull the trigger on Toxicroak, but if I go Yuxi right now, he could just Dragon Claw me down, I guess. Or if I go Yuxi, I could go Yuxi. I don't want him to Wish past anything. I'm going to go Toxicroak here. Definitely a bit of a risk. He is Scarf, so I expect him to just keep this around. I don't know if I should just straight up attack right here as a thing. Because if he Dragon Claws, he can 2-shot me. And then +2 Sucker Punch is not killing this, which is pretty bad. But I do expect him to keep this around as a thing. And I can easily just knock him out right here. We'll see. We'll see. Really a nerve-wracking play, to be honest with you. A bit. But actually, at the same time, do I even need to set up? I think I just cross-chop right here. Or do I Z cross-chop? I want to Z cross-chop, I think. I don't think I have a reason to SCR here. Yeah, we'll see what he does. I think all-out pummeling's my play. Because if he goes Manectric, that's dead. No more Intimidate, which means I can potentially sweep if I get this thing back in. Let's see. What else can I do? If he sacks Snorlax off, he brings back in this, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna click Z cross chop right here, as he's going to sack off a Manectric, which is good because this can potentially sweep now after the Rock Stamp, after the Hazards, which is pretty huge. I thought about SDing right there, and then I could have been suckered, but he just brings this thing back in. So He definitely could predict my Yuxi, but I think Yuxi's definitely a play. I don't really care if he wants to predict or not predict this or whatnot. He goes right for outrage, which is fine, and that's going to easily be able to 2-hit KO me. Was that my play? Yeah, I think that was my play. As we potentially try to knock off right here, as he's just going to knock me out. And he is still locked, which is awesome, because I can just revenge this with Zork, actually. Is that just my play? Yeah, I just go Zork and revenge this, actually. And if I do that, then I'm pretty sure Croak can win if I set it up on the right things. Yeah, he's still locked in, which is huge. This doesn't get anywhere close to dying to Toxic Croak's neutral Sucker Punch, right? Yeah. So we have to go Zork right here. And then we have to click the... he's still locked, so that's real... Okay, I did go Zork, thank God. I thought I clicked this thing by accident. And then Dark Pulse definitely knocks us out, right? I need to check. Dark Pulse into Tyrantrum does 61%. He can then go into the Florges, which is pretty scary. I mean, I have to click Dark Pulse anyways. That's my play. As we knock this thing out, which is huge. He goes Florges right here is what I'm guessing. I could hard switch and Starmie and put pressure on this thing. I'm really scared that this is Calm Mind. That's the one thing I'm scared about right now. Is if he's Calm Mind. I can't go hard into Toxic Croak. That's my main win con at this point. I cannot go hard into Toxic Croak. I have to keep that in mind. Yeah, if I go Starmie, then I can go Toxic Croak afterwards. So I'm going to go Starmie here. I think it's my best play. We'll see what he goes for. If he goes right for Moonblast, we should be able to live that. He does. Don't get special attack drop. Thank you. And at this point, we just click Specs. He might expect the Hydro to come out, honestly. I want to get guaranteed damage. That's all I got to do. Get guaranteed damage until I get my Toxic Croak back in. So do I click Psyshock right here, is the question. What's my strongest attack? Besides my water move, because I don't want to let him get free Cradillion, which would be annoying. What Pokemon's in? Florges. So yeah, Psyshock does a lot to this thing, as well as if the Snorlax wants to come in, it does not enjoy that, and Cradillion would not enjoy that, I don't think, either. Yeah, so Psyshock's my play, as that's what we're going to click, as we get a huge Psyshock off right there, and he goes for the Wish, so... the thing is, I don't think he passes that, because I get an Analytic boosted Psyshock off, and then I attack again, so I don't think that's going to work. On the next turn it will, yes. But I think Toxic Croak comes in now, unless this is like random Scarf Cradillion, which would be insane. Do I stay in right here and Psyshock is the question? He gets a Wish next turn, which is pretty annoying, and he can knock me out with a Giga Drain. Do I go into my Zork right here? I don't think Zork's as useful at this point as my Starmie is, because I can Psyshock into the Snorlax. Yeah, I'm gonna go Zork right here. I think I need to keep it around. This is my... Oh my god, that scares me every time I go into this, but he's gonna pop my Disguise, and at this point, I can lock myself into Focus Blast, but do I do that? How much is Dark Pulse gonna do this thing? How much is Dark Pulse going to do this thing, is the question. Zork against a Cradillion. Honestly, I think I just clicked the Dark Pulse. How much is my Toxic thing doing to this? Okay, that does a lot. I'm just going to Dark Pulse for guaranteed damage. I think it's my best play, as we're going to be able to get 25% off as we flinch him. That's pretty annoying actually for him. I do apologize. I will say sorry. That's annoying, but I do apologize for that, as we're going to Dark Pulse again, and he's going to get the recover off. So the thing is, he's guaranteed in Cross-Chop range most likely. That is Spadef though, so that is pretty big to keep in mind. I am just going to click Dark Pulse though. He needs to attack me right here, is the thing, with the Ancient Power. Please no. Oh, okay, so is that 83%? I think my best play is... Oh, okay, we can scout the damage actually and see what kind of set he is. Zork, Dark Pulse 22 to 27, and that did 23, so it is max Spadef, which means that my best play is by far going into my Toxic Croak, my actual Toxic Croak right here, and clicking what's the word? Cross-Chop. Please land. Thank you. Please die. Thank you. And now please connect this. I really would appreciate it if you connect this. Please. How much is... Yeah, just connect. Thank you. Jesus. GG's, man. Whew. That was a scary game. Oh, I don't think the flinches mattered because you ended up getting full recovery. Oh. Yeah, that was a good game. Toxic Croak did pull it out. I was really excited about that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. My commentary was probably pretty bad. But yeah, overall fun game, 2-0, very close one for sure. Team worked out like I wanted it to, get hazards up for Croak to put it in the work. Definitely got a little scary at the end because I wasn't really doing calcing as much. And then Tyrantrum being scarfed was definitely scary considering I just let my clef key go down, so. But yeah. Anyways, that was the video, guys. I guess I can talk about the EBT actually real quick. As I'll end up having my draft analysis go before this, but you guys will see that first. But anyways, here's the schedule. You can see week 1 we did end up just playing Blitz. Week 2 we have our matchup against Dougal, so I know he's a really solid player. Week 3, oh my goodness, this is ugly. Week 3 we end up going up against low main again. So week 3 low main seems like to be a pretty common thing lately. Seems like it happens a lot. Week 4 we end up going against King L5. That's gonna be a tough one. Week 6 we have IA. I believe sorry, I skipped IA. Week 4 we play IA. I believe. Yeah, week 4 we play IA. Week 5 we play L5. Week 6 we play who we got? Am I blind? Yeah, week 6 we have Omega again. I need to get revenge on him. He destroyed me last time. Week 7 we play Money, and then week 8 we have Ace to round it out, which is pretty funny considering he destroyed us in our finals and remnants. But anyways, that was the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my live commentary. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Hopefully it was okay. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe if new. Really would appreciate it, and peace.